Hi there, this is John Eliades here, and today I'm excited to launch and introduce you to my new product, John Eliades Financial Freedom System. And what the system means is to help you become financially free. That's what it's all about. So let me just tell you a little bit about how I got here and what's my story. So my story is that since varsity, since I left school, I started into business. I've wanted to find ways to make money, and I wanted to build great businesses. I love building great businesses. It's so rewarding because you're helping other people, you're helping people get to live out their vision, you're getting employees on board, so you're helping them live their lives through one cause, one vision, one mission. But what I soon realized is that everyone has a business. It doesn't matter if you're an employee, it doesn't matter if you're an investor, it doesn't matter if you're an NPO, a non-profit organization, everyone has a business. And then I started realizing that if you treat yourself as an individual, as a business, it is easier to find financial freedom. And I used my knowledge of accounting, so for the last 12 years I've been practicing accounting. I went and I did my articles, and there afterwards I opened my own accounting firm, and I've had my own accounting firm for 10 years. We're going into our 11th year now. But what I've always been asking myself is, how do people become financially free? That's been a very important question to me. I've read books and books and books because honestly I've also seeked it out. I haven't been financially free. I've always been seeking out new ways to making money. And not everything has worked for me. I've really had some bad failures in my life, and I believe I'll still have some failures, because through failing, that's how you learn. But after learning all this, I said, well, there must be a way. I have so many clients coming to me, and we keep doing their debits and credits, and we keep doing their financial statements and their taxes and that. But can't I use that knowledge and all the knowledge I've gained from all my coaches and mentors and all the events and courses I've been doing over the last 15 years and put it together to make it simple and a formula for someone to become financially free? Because I'm sure a lot of people want to become financially free, and when they hear what they need to do, it becomes complicated. So the first of all is, how do I do this to be simple? Okay, so I wanted to find a way, how can I do this so that it's very simple, so that everyone can do it? That was the one question. And another question is, what I've also realized is, you go to events and you read a book, but you don't follow through. I think there's a statistic done that 80% of people who buy books don't finish their books. So what's going on? Even if I show you, even if I show you the secret formula, even if I tell you, go read this book because this guy helped me, or go do this because this guy showed me this and X and Y, will you do it? My experience is you won't. Okay, not because you're different, because most studies have shown people just don't follow through. So the next question is, how do I help you, hold your hand and help you through the process, help you follow through to become financially free? How do I show you some results? Because as soon as you start seeing results, as soon as you start seeing some more money, as soon as you start seeing that new car, that new investment, I think you're going to be motivated yourself to go on and carry on yourself and get the financial freedom that you want. And let me tell you, you also got to be, your mindset needs to be right. Okay, you need to invest in personal development. I keep pushing this thing, and I love taking on new businesses, but I must say, with new businesses, there's risks and there's failures, and you've got to push yourself through this. So these are the things that I was focusing on, and using my accounting knowledge to get you through, to follow through on your numbers, to know your numbers. Every single thing that you want to achieve in life must be measurable. So if you want to get further financially free, if you want to get more money in your life, you actually got to know your current situation. Do you know your current situation? So let me tell you this. My experience has come when I go into businesses and I ask them, please show me what your expenses were for the month. This is a scary thing. A lot of people don't know, especially small, medium businesses. The more successful the businesses are, the more they know their numbers. Doesn't that give you a hint immediately? Doesn't that give you a hint? The more successful a business is, the more likely it is that they know their numbers. Okay, so when you come to a smaller business, very unlikely they know their numbers, and they're only doing their numbers either to get a loan or to submit their financial statements to the tax authorities. That is why they're knowing their numbers. They're not knowing their numbers to make more money, because there's a bit of ego in there, that they think they're either too small to know their numbers. Now let's take it even a further step. So if a business must know your numbers, and I believe everyone is a business, so even an individual, if you treat yourself as a business, then you should start knowing your numbers, right? So what I said to my next is, let me ask a few individuals, how much money did you spend on clothing this month? How much money did you spend on groceries this month? How much money does transport cost you? How much money are you saving? That's the pain there. How much money are you saving? Now let me just clear this thing up. You're never going to become rich through saving. Never. You're never going to save yourself to financial freedom. Never, ever, ever. That is a myth, okay? But this is where the confusion comes in. You've got to save to become financially free. You've got to save to become financially free. So that is why I've taken the word saving, and I like to use I store for financial freedom, or I accumulate money. Okay, why am I saving? I'm saving money to accumulate, so when the opportunity comes to invest in, I'm ready to invest in that opportunity. But if I think I'm going to save money and earn 6% or 5% or 2% in other countries, or 1% in other countries, and I'm going to become financially free, you and I know that's never going to happen. You can't save yourself to financial freedom. Never. It's never going to happen. Okay? I have a saying. Milk will never be cheaper next year. Milk will never be cheaper next year. Have you ever gone year to year and you see that your milk becomes cheaper? Same product, same liters, or 2 liter milk, let's say. Have you ever seen it become cheaper? Milk never becomes cheaper. So, but we are saving money, and then we're getting taxed on our savings, and then we want to become financially free. It is true that the secret of wealth is compounding. That is true. The secret of wealth is compound interest, okay? That philosophy of how to make money. But if you're going to put the money in the bank, or put the money in a policy only and expect to go forward, it's never going to happen. So the next thing I had to come up with is, how do we know where to put our money? And who must we get advice from? So I designed a formula that I got from one of the richest motivational speakers in the world. Someone who's written a book, The Millionaire Mind, T. Harv Eker, DeMartini, Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki. And I looked at all these things, and I took my accounting knowledge as a CA, and I looked, where's the constant, how can I simplify this thing, and how can I help individual businesses? I call them employee businesses. That is when you are working for a single salary, or individual businesses. How do you take an individual business and make him financially free? First thing is, you've got to know your numbers. Okay, so what we do is we take your numbers and you send those numbers to us, and we find a way to streamline it through technology. Let's look at an individual. Every single individual has got a certain amount of income. First of all, he has income, and that is either through his salary or rental income, or he's got some royalties, or he's got interest, but usually your revenue stream for an individual to become financially free is 1 to 5 revenue streams. That's what it is. So we take that revenue stream and we put it into, in accounting we call it a trial balance. So I'm using my accounting knowledge to give you a statement. You don't have to worry about the accounting knowledge. We worry about that. Okay, but we give it on a report. Then I ask you to send me every single statement of yours, how many credit card statements do you have, how many bank statements do you have? But I teach you how to summarize your bank statement. I teach you how to summarize your credit card statement. Why? At any given time, we need to know how much you owe and where the money is going to. Okay. And now for an individual specifically, there are 5-6 areas where your money is going to go to. Where's it going to go to? Groceries, clothing, transportation, repairs and maintenance, household accommodation, electricity, water. So there's 5-6 areas, and then we're going to have an other that we'll put all the other stuff in there. But it is constant. Now let me tell you, financial freedom, the first step of financial freedom is taking your minimum requirements and seeking out what that number is. What is your minimum requirement? Your minimum is, where do you live? Okay, accommodation. You need to live somewhere. Second thing is you need transportation. You need to go to work. Food. You need groceries. So we take those expenses. Now, in that first phase of expenses, we're not speaking about your home at the sea. We're not speaking about the new Ferrari you want to buy. We want to get you to financial freedom. We will get to the Ferrari, but we need to get you to financial freedom. Let me ask you this. If you were to wake up each day knowing that you do not have to worry about where you're going to sleep for the rest of your life, how will that feel? Will that not feel amazing? If you were to wake up each day saying that you never have to worry about transport, or you don't have to worry how you're going to get food to eat, so your food, your clothing, your housing, your transportation, that stuff is taken care of, and it's at a level that you are happy and fulfilled with, won't you be at peace of mind? And won't you make better decisions? And won't your stress levels come down for financial freedom? Okay, because that's important. We need to get your stress levels down to get to financial freedom. Okay, so we take those numbers on a monthly basis. It's all online. All this is online. Okay, and we take those numbers and we process those numbers, and then we give you a statement. We give you a statement so that you can see for yourself on how much is your life costing you. Okay, how much are you spending? And let me tell you, that is where the reality hits in. That's the first phase of change, is when you know your numbers. That's the first phase of change, when you know your numbers. So we send you these numbers. Now you are consciously knowing what you're spending money on. How do we get you financially free? The steps are very simple. You need to spend less than you earn. You need to spend less than you earn. Okay? When you're spending less than you earn, then you have a surplus of money. Because you have a surplus of money, now you can store it. Let's not use the word save it. Let's say store it. You're storing it in order for you to invest it so that you can make more money. Where do you invest it? Where you invest it is you need knowledge. So you need to invest in knowledge where to invest it. A lot of people ask me, what business do you have? What business should I go into? I always say, before you answer the question, what business you should go into, I want to ask you, what knowledge of business do you have? Because those are the only ones you can really go into. Okay, so if you want to go into business, do you have the knowledge to go into that business? If you don't have the knowledge yet to go into that business, then you have to gain the knowledge before you go into the business. Same as your investments. Because let me tell you, you're never going to become financially free with the money you earn. You're going to become financially free with what you do with the money you earn. Now, what you do with the money you earn doesn't mean paying groceries, transportation, that. What it means is, how much surplus do you have? How much surplus money do you have? And the surplus money you have will give you an opportunity to invest your money. And because you can invest that money, that is how you're going to become so financially free. So I'm asking you guys, will this formula be something you'll be interested in? Okay. Will this formula be something, because a lot of people don't know their numbers. A lot of people don't know what to invest. A lot of people are not investing in their knowledge. A lot of people don't have a coach. Now let me tell you, besides us taking record of your numbers, besides us training you on how to do that, so that you don't become dependent on us, we can carry on and do the numbers for you, but you don't need to. You don't need to. You could choose a 6 months program to be with us so that we can coach you, train you on how to do your numbers for the 6 months, and then you can choose to go on your own. But what we want to do is build a habit. We want you to build the habit of taking control of your numbers. And if you can take control of your numbers, that's the only way you're going to become financially free. So therefore, this program, this financial freedom system program, gives you training on how to record your numbers. Gives you a system where to record your numbers. Okay? Gives you a report, a monthly report on what you're spending money on. Where's the allocation of your money? Tells you how much surplus do you have, because that's what you're really going. You want to spend less than what you earn. Most people are spending more than what they earn. So it tells you where you are. Then it gives you a formula. It gives you a formula on how to become financially free. See, the formula starts is that 50% of your money you earn, you should spend on lifestyle. 50% of the money you earn, you should spend to become financially free. What's your number? Of all the money you earn, how much do you spend on lifestyle? Okay, so first of all we have to record where's your number. Is it at 10%? Is it 20%? Is it 30%? But we need to get it to 50%. 50% is that. It will take time to get there. Remember, we want you to build a habit. Forget the money, forget the numbers. Okay, forget how much you're saving. If we start teaching you to build a habit of saving, of storing money, you will eventually get to 50%. But if we don't get you to know exactly where you stand with your numbers, how much are you saving or storing, okay, how much are you investing, you're never going to build a habit to do it continuously. Okay. I like the 6 months program because it will take you 6 months. You'll have someone that will hold your hand every single month. You're going to get a coach who's going to coach you, who's going to explain to your numbers how you got your numbers there. Next month you're going to summarize your numbers. You're going to send it back. After 6 months, you should have built the habit to be financially free. We're going to give you the financial freedom system on how to get your money to 50%. So that 50% of your money you can spend on lifestyle, 50% of your money you spend on financial freedom. What does financial freedom mean? It means education. Okay? It means contribution, so you don't live a life of scarcity. Okay, so you can start living a life of abundance. It means storing the money so when you get the opportunity through the knowledge that you've gained to invest your money, that means you're ready to invest your money. And you've got to build your life to be financially free. Okay? If you don't do this now, let's just say you decide this is a waste of time, I'm going to spend all my money. You are going to get older, your energy is going to get lower. And when that time comes, what are you going to do to pay for the bills? Because you're always going to have to eat, you're always going to have to live, you're always going to have accommodation. What is your plan? What is your plan for your future? Don't be the statistic where someone said, I've outlived my budget. You need to build a residual income revenue stream so that it works for you while you sleep. Okay, this is what I'm giving you. This is the solution I'm giving you. I'm giving you the full package right now. I'm giving you an accounting system that we will help you record it. We will teach you how to record it. We'll send you your statements every single month. And what I'm actually giving you, I'm giving you a financial freedom system that is measurable to see if you're on track. Now, let me tell you, what would happen to your life if you take up this 6 months program and it changes your life in the sense that you build a habit to become financially free. Once you build that habit to become financially free, you are not dependent on me, my firm, or anyone else. You have the skills, you have the knowledge on how to carry on your own. What is that worth to you? What is that worth to you? So today I encourage you, join the financial freedom system. Join the financial freedom system. Let us teach you. Let us mentor you. Let us coach you to your financial freedom. With that, I want to encourage you, subscribe to us now. Go to our website and join us right now. You can go to our websites, they are below here. Click on our website and go and join the financial freedom system. Do it today, because tomorrow might be too late. What happens if you get injured? What happens if you get sick? What happens if something happens to you and you haven't taken care of your finances? What happens to your loved ones? Why don't you do it today? Pay the price today so that you don't have to pay the price tomorrow. Because what I do know, you will have to pay the price sooner or later. Sooner or later you're going to have to pay the price. So join us today and let's take your life to the financial freedom that you deserve. Thank you very much. This is Eliades, and I'll see you guys at the top.